Hey everybody. So there's been a lot on my mind lately. Also, I've been super duper busy lately. I am the new tech lead for a pilot program that is in collaboration with Icy Stars and New Moms, where I've been teaching new mom interns IT skills. So I've been working on that for the past month, and it's a job. It is a job teaching people leadership, business, and technology. It really is. And I've been appreciating this journey as I grow in my own skills as a teacher. And as I've been in this new space for the last 2 years of teaching workshops and helping people kick off their careers in tech, um, I've been really pondering over what's happening in terms of people who get their skills, they learn certain stuff, they want to follow a career path, applying for a ton of jobs, and what is happening with recruiting and ghost jobs and spam jobs, and like how difficult it is to navigate this situation that's happening to get the type of jobs that people want to get, like the high paying jobs, the good benefits jobs, the jobs where you're working for really great companies and you're building like a thriving career. Like people want that right now, but it's really, really difficult for them to understand like what it takes. It's difficult for us to understand, people who are in tech already. It's difficult to kind of figure out like what does this world look like, and like how do we break down these barriers that people are facing when people are applying for jobs. So I've really been pondering on that lately. Um, I've been doing research on like the policy side. I've been doing research on the recruiting side. I've been doing research through a lot of the CBOs that I work with that focuses on career development, because it's not only a problem when it comes to the individual applying for jobs, but it's also becoming a problem for the career development organizations or the workforce organizations that are trying to get their people placed into these jobs. And I realized like one key thing that is working is fostering relationships with companies, fostering relationships with internal employees, fostering relationships with potentially recruiting, or different partners at that organization. Like that is one key thing that I've been like really digging into, because I think that's the key thing that's starting to work. Because I think a lot of us are coming to the realization that the traditional get my skills, build up my resume, build up my portfolio, apply for the job, that isn't working as well as we think that it's working. Um, Especially if you are a non-traditional learner and you don't come with the bachelor's degree and like the 5 years of experience and all of that stuff. So I've been really thinking about this problem. It's been like keeping me up at night type of problem. um, so I've been trying to solution around that. What does that solution look like? um, and that key thing that I've been sticking on to is fostering relationships. So Geek Empowered, the company, the business that I started up a while ago, I won't say it's like dying down, but I definitely put it on pause because that's more focused on small businesses. And as I transition into, or as I have already transitioned into this career development, um, and working with nonprofits, I've been thinking, what can I do, or what can I provide, or what can I build that would help alleviate this challenge that we're facing in the tech space. So I thought a lot about code burnout, and I thought about how do I transition this podcast that I have into a service or into a nonprofit. And this is where I kind of need y'all help. So bear with me. I'm trying to adjust without dropping. There we go. That helps. But I've been thinking about how do I transition code burnout into something that will help alleviate this challenge that we're facing in career development, the workforce, and the tech community. So, something that I want to do, or I want to at least try out, is doing tech tours, taking a group of people, bringing them onto a company or a corporation or a tech consultancy, just bringing them into that space and doing a bit of a tour. Like, this is what it's like to work in tech, and just having that exposure can help maybe kick off some relationships between the people from the community and people in the tech space, and just foster those connections so that way we can gain more insight into what it's like to get into tech. How do we get into tech? What skills is needed to really do the day-to-day work of being an engineer or a QA or a business analyst or product or whatever role that you're thinking of. But that's where I need y'all help, because I don't know the best way to kick it off. I know I live in Chicago, so the weather is about to change. It's about to get brutal. I also don't have a Code Burnout is not a nonprofit entity, so I'm like, okay, do I need to do that first, or do I just do the tours first? And I don't want to delay this based off of like what paperwork I need to do or whether or not I got the right website. But I do want y'all ideas on what y'all think. How do I kick this off? How do I start building relationships with different companies to do a tour, or to potentially have employees do a workshop for us? Or can this be virtual since the weather is changing and a lot of people are remote? But I do know that there's also, looking on the other side of things, there's also challenges when it comes to getting people to volunteer to do this type of thing. Because that could be difficult too. Like, employees, especially those who are like working on projects, things can be really strained for them. So it could be difficult to kind of find time outside of their schedule to make something like this happen. Or should I be thinking of a different solution? Like, that's something else too. I've been thinking about data a lot, and how data kind of plays a role into this, and how do we collect that data to utilize for CBOs, career-based CBOs, and what that looks like too. So I've been thinking about that, because I don't think we have enough information on non-traditional learners. I think we have a lot of information on people who go to college and the different majors that they have in college, and how they transition into tech. But we don't have enough data around the leaky pipeline, which I think my friend sent me some links that I'm going to look into and dig a bit more. But I also been thinking about data. So y'all let me know. I'm probably just blabbing on a Monday. And y'all are like, hey, what are you talking about? But if you have thoughts, share them below. I would love to talk about this more and like bring more people to the table around this. So yeah. All right. Happy Monday. Bye, y'all.